drifting in and out of me, and everything they doubted it was true. Wonder why the skies blue, me too. Why do I feel see-through? I need you.
All the right things in me have left. All the right things in me have left. Think I need direction where I step. Think I need direction where I step. Hi, I need help.
What's going on YouTube? It's KnoxHill, and we're back with our reaction series. So today, man, the grind continues. As you know, it's Monday. We are back with yet another one where we step outside the box, do something different, and I am loving this Calliope Mori journey so far, so I'm like, you know what? Let's see what else she has in the bag, because she has surprised me. I don't know what to expect from one song to the next, so let's see what this one's about. It's none other than Red. Calliope Mori, step up to the plate. Let's see what you got. What? Alright, hang on. Before it all kicks in, just wild stop-start. Just sudden drastic changes on those piano keys. And then there was like this vocal sample. That just was almost like megaphoned out off to the side of the mix. But I love when you take a voice, and we've talked about this before, you take a vocal sound and you make it sound like it's instrumentation and it's a natural part of the production. That's what happened right there. And again, sort of this piano and sudden stops, it just makes me feel like it leaves you on edge. Like you don't know when things are going to finally start flowing and we're really going to come in with it. Wild. I mean, what the hell was that? Was that like water rushing at the back of the mix too? I mean, that was a random sound to add to the production. But you get this on Mori tracks, and I'm noticing this just wild, sort of out there production style sometimes, where it's like, we'll just take different synths and vocals and sounds, and we'll just add it into the pianos, into the drums, into the other mixes, and just, yeah, it just gives a different flavor to it, doesn't it?
Tonight, the moon is rose in a crimson red, but roses gotta wither, so I'll live forever instead. And now I can't.
The moon in a crimson red. I mean, this girl has a deeper poetic soul, doesn't she? Just looking outside and thinking of the moon in that way, and you think like a blood moon, you know, signifying blood being shed. But, you know, instead of roses withering, she'll live forever. What does that mean? What is the symbolism already?
Crimson red, but roses gotta wither.
Oh my God, the moon has rose in a crimson red. She's got a double right there. Like a rose being red, a rose flower, but then a rose withering, but also rising up into the sky. That's great, man. That's really good.
I'll live forever instead, and now I can't.
Yeah. I mean, all flowers, all beauty dies. I'm going to stab at this already, and I haven't even had enough context yet, but the last song we talked about sort of this rise and holding your fame and the identity of a celebrity. And I take that as the beauty and the rose of celebrity status, of being on top, right? But living forever through your music and through these lines and through this poetry. Let's see where we go.
Moon is rose in a crimson red, but roses gotta wither, so I'll live forever instead.
Yeah.
Now I can't get rid of all of these thorns in my head. Bring on the hemorrhaging. I guess I'll live inside your memory.
Can't get rid of these thorns inside my head. So now she's likening herself to a rose, and these thorns, these thoughts that pain her. Right? And it could even be like memories are like thorns to her. But it could be the pressure of the status. But again, living on in memory makes me think of what we do as artists. You know, we have the ability and the opportunity to do something rare, which is to make music that lives beyond our years, lives beyond our fame, lives beyond our time. You know, we get to speak on memories themselves through these lyrics and through the sounds that we make.
All of these thorns in my head. Bring on the hemorrhaging. I guess I'll live inside your memory. Another distorted story that ignored the deceased. I'll live inside of a castle, pray I'm never released. I'd rather kick it in the dungeon, cause I'm that kind of beast. I'll bet my—
Oh, wow. I'd rather live in the dungeon because I'm that kind of beast. She doesn't think very highly of herself, does she? She puts herself down a lot, too. Like, you could tell she's not afraid to just open up and be vulnerable on these tracks. And she thinks that she's so dark and twisted, she doesn't deserve to kind of be out in the limelight and out in the world because she has enough problems that she's dealing with. And you talk about like these castles that we build up of ourselves, that we try to fortify ourselves and protect ourselves from being hurt, from experiencing pain.
Another distorted story that ignored the—
And then that line, another distorted story that ignored the deceased. What, ignoring the ones who came before you and not paying homage to them? I don't know, she really does get super metaphorical with some of these lines, man. There's a lot of depth to her pen game. And this is kind of like sing-songy delivery, isn't it? It's like we're rapping, but we're singing. And she uses that sort of drop-down effect and like very much kind of brings you in with that sort of whispered voice and cadence.
I live inside of a castle, pray I'm never released. I'd rather kick it in the dungeon cause I'm that kind of beast. I'll bet my heart on the cards because I trust me the least.
What is that? What are those cards? Are they like... Hang on.
Kick it in the dungeon cause I'm that kind of beast. I'll bet my heart on the cards because...
Priestess, the Sun, the Fool. Oh, tarot cards. I bet my heart on the cards. I bet my heart on the future. Like it's written in the cards. Because I trust me the least, though. I'm not sure if I get that one. Someone might have to comment below. Why would she bet her heart on the cards if she doesn't trust herself? She'll bet in destiny and she'll put it to fate instead of just trusting herself. You know, if this is meant to be, if I'm supposed to make it big, then that's fantastic. You know, I may doubt myself. I may have these fears and these shadows that plague me. But if it's meant to be and if it's written, I'll put it onto that. I'll put it on my work ethic, on my grind to try to make it. I think as artists, this is kind of that duality that we experience. You know, the self-doubt, the vulnerability that we have. But also, we have to find confidence somehow. And we have to find a way forward in order to be successful, in order to climb the mountain and make it to the top.
Trust me the least. Pressure now, I do that. Precious moments when bad about it. Rest is ephemeral, scream and shout it. The best don't sleep, I was all about it.
Rest is ephemeral, right? Rest doesn't last long. You know, you can't sleep. You have to put in the grind and the work to make it in this game. And what a quick switch up, man. She goes super fast with this delivery.
Do that. Precious moments when bad about it. Rest is ephemeral, scream and shout it. The best
Rest is ephemeral, scream and shout it. Wow, very, very fast. Like triple time flow almost.
sleep, I was all about it. But reaping keeps tucked in shadows. This creeping feeling of identity battles.
Reaping keeps you in the shadows. This creeping feeling of identity battles because she is the reaper. She is like death. So it keeps her in the shadows. Isn't that ironic? Because you know, by personifying this reaper, she is naturally darker. And this is the person that she has to be for us. But at the same time, it is like a catch-22, and it's a double-edged sword and a dual identity, because the more that you exude that and live in that world, the more your mind thinks and walks in shadow itself and walks in darkness.
Shout it. The best don't sleep, I was all about it. But reaping keeps tucked in shadows. This creeping feeling of identity battles. Closing in on every side of me.
Yeah.
Red tomorrow, red today.
Again, what a switch up. And there's some of your, again, sounds like Japanese influence, whatever that instrumentation was, it just kicked in a string instrument, really cool. And then you add a snap track. You have such sudden, drastic production changes always.
Red tomorrow, red today.
Right there, whatever that is.
Dread sorrow can't turn away.
Red tomorrow, red today. Dread, sorrow, can't turn away. Nice mirror writing and just A-B rhyme scheme right there. Red tomorrow, red today. Red like roses, but also red like blood, playing on her Reaper persona.
Can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition. Last petals fly, I'll dance your tune, but hold your breath, guess who's running the show? And when this road runs black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? Where my time's...
Wow. When this red turns black, is it everything you imagine? You know, when this, I take red like blood over time, like turning black, congealing, but also like red withering and dying of rose petals. You know, when my time is up, when my time in the limelight, when it's over, you know, did I leave the mark that I wanted to leave? Did I leave the impact that I was meant to?
Black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? When my time's finally up, the sun's falling down. Every day is spicy, relevant, and it cannot last. So relish it, then our planet's fast. This holds a ditch, toss out the past, and distract the rich. Nobody asks.
She's going fast again. I just wish that her voice was a little louder in the mix. If we didn't have the lyrics, sometimes her voice wouldn't cut through as clearly on some of those sort of faster flows. I want to hear more just punchiness and accentuation on that.
Every day is spicy, relevant, and it cannot last. So relish it, then our planet's fast.
Every day is a fight to stay relevant, and it cannot last, so I relish it, right? Again, can speak to these Hollow Live artists, to streamers, to content creators. You know, we have our time in the limelight, and as quickly as it comes, it goes. So enjoy it while it's here. Plant is vast, holds the ditch, toss out the vast, door to rich. Again, ass, itch, We're itching asses around here with the rhyme schemes, but you get it. She's got the nice A to B writing again, and she does this a lot where she goes A schemes on the first line and then B rhymes on the second line, so A to B rhyme. She's very good at just fitting in those condensed rhyme schemes and that rhyme writing as well, and you don't always notice it.
Stay relevant, then it cannot last. All well shit, then I'm playing fast. This whole ditch toss out the past and distract the rich. Nobody asked for the mask, is not right fit, and his fiction's no disaster in spite of it. I stay curious.
I wouldn't ask for the mask, but it's an alright fit. I take that as this mask that she wears. Obviously, Hollow Live artists can't reveal their identities and who they are. So you kind of accept the mask because you get an opportunity to really market yourself and to be out there and to hit it big, you know? But at the same time, are you giving up a part of yourself? But for her, it's alright accepting that mask because she feels like she's already wearing a mask as she goes through her life. And there's a lot of things that she tries to hide and, you know, puts on a mask for the outside world to see, so it's just a natural fit for her. Man, that is a deeper line.
Nobody asked for the mask, is not right fit, and his fiction's no disaster in spite of it. I stay curious, what comes after it's mysterious, and it hold on, stay beautiful, stay young. There are blades to be swung yet, rise and soon.
There it is. There are blades to be swung yet. I mean, she's still got to cut some MCs down. She's still got to be the Reaper and keep going.
Beautiful, stay young.
Stay beautiful, stay young. And through this music, you can, in a sense, stay beautiful and stay young. You know, even if that rose does wither one day, and as you get older, you know, age affects us all. But age doesn't touch the music and the timelessness of that.
There are blades to be swung yet, rising soon. Regard the moon, reflected in the crimson.
That was cool. Rising soon, regarding the moon. Just a nice little, just stop-start sort of delivery right there to throw off the flow for a second.
Swung yet, rising soon. Regard the moon,
nice.
Reflected in the crimson song tonight. Red tomorrow.
And again, crimson, red, synonyms, right? The crimson sun, the blood sun as it goes down, and a red moon rises. The blood of the Reaper, you know, her bleeding out on this page, giving her all to this art. And what is the pain and what is the blood and the sacrifice that it takes to achieve this level of celebrity and to maintain this status? There's a lot of things that she's talking about revolving around what red sort of means.
Today, dread sorrow can't turn away. Can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition. As petals fly, I'll dance your tune.
I mean, are we? Are we all prisoners to our ambition as content creators? It's a hell of a question to be posed.
Hold your breath, guess who's owning the throne? Come alive now, once again, so I can chase you down. We are 5 minutes away.
What is this? What are these strings that just got introduced? Dun, 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 and everything just crescendoed and tempo raised a bit.
The end is come, continue slashing, for die must, or else just fade away.
Wow. And then there's just a gun being cocked. See what I mean? Again, just like different noises that get added and seem like natural parts of the production, man. It's wild. I need to meet the producer of this.
There's a drive inside all of us, and never ending no rob us. Seek a way deep down inside of us. Yeah, thinking the reaping is all it was and is now. Gotta find a way out, escape out, fate has a funny way of shaking the weak down. Am I gonna peak now? Future looking bleak, wow. Somehow incomplete after all.
Hang on, I missed that one line.
Find a way out, escape out, fate has a funny way of shaking the weak down. Am I gonna peak now? Future looking bleak, wow. Somehow incomplete.
Am I going to peak now? Feature looking bleak now? You know, fame has a way of shaking the weak out, and you talk about fate and who makes it and who doesn't, and who does achieve their destiny through this content.
After all, can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition.
Can't turn. And right there's just a dropout, and then everything comes back in. For me, again, like how this song started, it's like just a sudden rush, and it hits you so quickly, and then you have like a little bit of progression with the chords, and then whoof, everything kicks out for a second, and we like breathe, and then woof, it hits you again. It's like sudden rise, sudden drop, sudden rise, sudden drop, and like stuttering in between. That's the best way I can just describe the chaotic, organized chaos of this music, man.
Last petals fly, I'll dance your tune. Don't hold your breath for me. And when this road runs black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? When my
Oh no! Oh, don't tell me the recording software is cutting out. Hang on one second. Sorry guys, lost the recording for a second. Hopefully we're okay. Let's keep this rolling.
And when this road runs black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? When my time's finally up, the sun's falling down. I'll turn
kind of take that when we turn to stone again as, you know, from the earth we arise, and then once we die, we return to the earth, and so goes the circle of life.
Once again, so I can chase you down. We are 5 seconds away from the end has come. From here on out, it's only just me and this bloodlust. I'd rather just fade away.
Ooh. I mean, what a line to end it, though. It's only me and this bloodlust. I'd rather just, see the rhyme scheme? Fade away. Right? And again, I take it as there's deeper metaphors there, because obviously she's living up to the metaphor and the theme of being the reaper. But for her, the bloodlust is also that she has to maintain this identity. For her, she has to maintain this level of celebrity. But there's times when it can be overwhelming, it becomes too much, and she would rather just fade away. You know, it is sort of a vicious cycle that we all walk. You know, we all want to make it big, have our music be heard by thousands, millions of people, but at the same time, it takes a toll, and the pressures do rise and they do mount, and it sometimes becomes too much to handle. And there's a reason why we're artists in the first place, because we're just wired a different way, and we have to use this music as an outlet. So while we all are vulnerable and we use that music to let that out, we're also so self-conscious of the world and how people judge it. But man, another just great reflective song, clever wordplay, it's just wild production. This is some unique stuff, man. I'm gonna call this the Mori genre of music. But anyways, Calliope Mori, you were KnoxHill certified. So if you guys liked today's video, as always, be sure to smash that like button. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content, do me a favor, support the channel directly, subscribe, notifications on. As always, just a reminder, stay safe, stay positive. It's KnoxHill. Catch you again.